through just the sound of my voice and my voice alone today. I'll be guiding you through a few rounds of Ujjayi, victorious breath, to ground and anchor you into the present, into yourself, your body, and your knowing, which will then just naturally and effortlessly take us into a simple awareness meditation to create space for you to simply be unattached to your thoughts, sensations, feelings, and emotions. And I'll be guiding you through the entire time, but just a reminder today for our Ujjayi pranayama, that victorious breath. The breath pulls in and out of the nose with the lips sealed. The tongue just gently rests at the tops of the teeth, where the palate and the teeth find a little bit of a connection, to create a bit of constriction at the back of the throat. It sounds audible, like this. The breath should sound like the ocean, waves ebbing and flowing and crashing their way to shore. And so when you're ready to come in, drop into this practice with me today, I'll invite you to just gently close the eyes, or maybe finding a soft and gentle gaze. Settling into the body, allowing yourself to just exist, untethered to the breath, allowing it organically to just come in and out of the lungs, maybe through the nose alone. Anchoring into this moment already and that awareness by just noticing here the texture of your breath as it comes in. Maybe a slight cooling sensation through the nostrils, and the texture of the breath as it pulls out. Maybe there's a little bit of warmth at the tip of the nose. Scanning the body, noticing if you're holding any tension, softening the space between the brows, unclenching the jaw, releasing the hips, letting the shoulders relax and ease down the back. On your next inhale, see if you can lengthen the breath fully and completely from the belly up through the rib cage. Heart lifts, maybe shoulders take a little lift as well. And a slow, controlled, equally as long exhale through the nose. Good. We'll take two more like that again. Inhaling fully and completely. Exhaling slowly and maybe softening. Good. One more inhale. And exhale. Keeping the lips sealed. Bringing the tongue to just gently rest at the tops of the teeth to create that constriction at the back of the throat. Beginning to activate that Ujjayi pranayama. Trying to keep the same length here with the breath, so the breath stays complete from the belly, rib cage, chest. Audible exhale through the nose in reverse, chest, rib cage, belly. Full inhalations. Audible Ujjayi exhalations. Continuing to inhale fully. Exhale completely. And finding the rhythm of your own Ujjayi pranayama. Noticing here how the inhale and the exhale happen to cycle into one another. Again, like the ocean, the inhale ebbs into the exhale, and the exhale flows into the inhale. This constant circular rotation of breath. Now start to take a slight pause, even if for just half a second, in between your exhale and your next breath in. Giving yourself permission here to create as much space between from which the next round of breath begins as you desire. And I'll just invite you here to gently guide your awareness to that space, that pause, how the audible sound of the inhale is pulled from nothingness into something and dissolves back into the nothing from which it came. Just like my voice, silence turns to noise, turns to silence. And with this awareness, we can then view and observe our thoughts in the same way. From nothingness, the thought stirs, creates noise in the mind, and eventually returns back to the nothingness from which it came. Over the next couple minutes, I'll just invite you to play with this awareness. Noticing the thoughts arise. Notice how they fall, how they rise and fall, and rise and fall. The same way that your breath and my voice stems from space and returns to space. And if your mind has wandered, observe that it has wandered. Your awareness is enough to send the thought, the story, back to the nothingness from which it originated. In the same way that a wave forms in the ocean, breaks against the shore, and is swallowed back into the ocean. The thought forms, the emotion rises, and it returns again to the space that it was before. Start to come back to your Ujjayi breath, still witnessing the space between the breath and the way in which the breath breaks the silence and returns back to silence. Giving yourself time and space to sit with the impermanence of it all and how you feel in this moment. Detached from the clutter and the noise that maybe prevents you from feeling in to your confidence, from tapping into your knowing. Then take a deeper breath in and an open mouth exhale to release. Good, 2 more just like that. Inhaling fully. Exhaling completely. Last one, inhale. Open mouth exhale. Giving yourself permission to linger as long as you need to linger here. Taking your time to move, to adjust, and to shift. To come back to your space, to your room. And moving on with the day as you do.